Hello and welcome to INTERNEPCON Japan. I'm joined by the International Director of Reed Exhibitions, Hajime Suzuki.
Yes.
Nice to see you, Hajime.
Nice to see you, and welcome back to NEPCON Japan again.
Thank you, thank you. Well, every time I come here, it seems to be getting bigger and more successful.
That's right.
I didn't think you could pack any more people into a hall.
Yeah, right. Well, this year we welcome over 2,000 exhibitors. It's going to be 2,270 exhibitors. And also the total number of attendees will probably exceed 100,000 this year.
Wow, that's an incredible number of people to handle.
It is.
It really is. So some of the shows you've added, for example, this year, the robotics show and the Smart Factory. First question, I mean, they're very similar. Why aren't they next to each other?
Okay, well, I think that it should be each other. It should be.
Right.
Yeah, but that's why for the next year, we're going to co-locate it. So the robot show was launched by one of our team from electronics elements, and the Smart Factory came from our automotive elements.
Okay.
But anyway, it should be at the same time. So that's why for next year, it will be co-located. Yeah, right.
Yeah. So that's it's also a huge thing for the electronic side as well,
That's
as you
right.
know, with a lot of our big companies getting involved in smart factory integration.
That's right.
So that's. I mean, I think last year you had about 80,000 visitors, something like that. So the other
That's right.
the 20,000 extra are really coming on the back of these two new shows.
That's right. Yeah, that's true. So we're adding like 10,000 new visitors for the Smart Factory, and also 10,000 new visitors for the robotics, and also the other shows are also increasing visitors. That's why we're having even more than 20,000 more visitors.
Wow.
And that's not only from Japan, but also because for the electronics industry, this is probably one of the biggest and also the most high-tech shows in the world. That's why many people come from like Korea, Taiwan, China, and also I also see many people from like India and also like Europe and also US as well.
Yeah. No, it is slowly getting more international, and it needs to, because it literally has got everything under one roof here. And I think you're right. It is without doubt the biggest show in the world for electronics.
That's right. Yeah, there's a lot of shows in the world that focus on electronics or like for automotive. But for this show, we can see for electronics, automotive, smart factory, robotics, and also the wearable all together. So there's not any show like this. So it's a center of innovation.
When does it get too big? You have to split it.
Yeah, well, if we have to split it, we will probably maybe use two venues, Tokyo Big Site and also Makore Messe, and doing it all together. Yes, but why? But we're also planning to do in more region cities. That's why from next year we're also doing this NEPCON and automotive and robotics show also in Nagoya. Because it's also a center of the automotive and also aerospace sector. That's why, so from next year, we're going to have the Tokyo show and also Nagoya show. And probably in the future, we might be doing also in Osaka and also other regions as well.
Yeah, that kind of makes some sense, you know, and also the idea of maybe splitting the show over two venues. That's been done before with Semicon West years ago. They used to have the advanced packaging on one side and the front end in San Francisco. 2 years down the road, I believe we've got the Olympics coming here to Tokyo.
That's right.
And there was some people on the rumor mill saying, well, this might affect the show because they're going to use this site for something. Do you know something about that?
Yeah, well, so far the Tokyo government, they announced that the Tokyo Big Site will be closed for maximum around 7 months, and that will really hugely damage the exhibition industry. Right. So from April to November, Tokyo Big Site will be completely closed. That means that there's many international exhibitors and visitors coming to the show, and also many small and medium companies who rely on exhibitions will really suffer about it.
Right.
That's now we're talking with the government and also with the Olympic Committee that to minimize that, and also to move the media center not from Tokyo Big Site, but to build another part.
So why do they want to close it? Because they want to renovate it for the Olympics?
They are planning to use the Tokyo Big Site as the media center. But I don't really think it's necessary to use Tokyo Big Site because exhibition is a very big and also powerful industry. And so I think that we have to make a success of both the Olympics and also the exhibition as well. That's why the best is to do or create another media center and do exhibitions as usual.
Well, you know, and there's going to be a lot of media obviously coming in for the Olympics, but they're not going to need a space like this. I mean, this space is huge.
That's right.
And they could easily get off with a series of office buildings, quite frankly. You know.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So that's why we're also just trying to convince the government and also other people to move or also create another media center.
Right.
And that's going to be the best for Japan, Japan, and also for the economy.
Well, I hope you get it resolved, because I wouldn't want it to interrupt with what's happening in 2 years' time.
Yes.
But certainly next year is going to be another amazing year to look forward to. And I guarantee anybody that's interested in what's happening on smart factory work and this type of thing should certainly come along to this show next year, which will be in January again, will it?
That's right. Middle of January again.
Great.
So I'm going to really welcome anyone who wants to come to Japan.
Okay. Mate, thank you very much for joining us again, and
thank you very much.
wish you every success for the show.
Thank you very much.